This is Liberty Island, located near Manhattan, New York, where we find our heroine, the Statue of Liberty. Standing 46 meters tall, it's like stacking 10 giraffes on top of each other. Compared to the size of a person, you would need to stand on the shoulders of 25 friends to reach the torch she holds in her right hand. The concrete base and pedestal make it even taller, bringing the total height to an impressive 93 meters. The statue's weight is comparable to that of an empty Boeing 737, and that's just the outer shell. The internal metal structure, which includes stairs, pillars, and supports, adds another 125 tons, roughly the weight of a small locomotive. The concrete base itself weighs a staggering 27,000 tons, which is comparable to a fleet of 11,000 trucks or 180 of the largest blue whales. When it was unveiled 135 years ago, the statue looked quite different. That's because it's made of copper, and after about 20 years of exposure to air and rain, it oxidized and turned green. The copper is extremely thin, and if it were any thicker, the statue would have become so heavy that it would collapse under its own weight. At the time, there were even holes due to oxidation and corrosion. The construction process took over 10 years, beginning with a clay model that was only 1.2 meters tall. The next step was to enlarge the model in plaster to refine the details, such as the broken chains at the statue's feet, symbolizing freedom. The final model, standing 10 meters tall, represented 1/4 of the actual statue's size. From there, the sculptor began creating the full-size parts of the statue, including the head and the hand holding the torch. In the other hand, the statue holds a tablet with the date of the United States Declaration of Independence, July 4, 1776, inscribed in Roman numerals. The crown, with its 7 rays, represents the 7 seas and 7 continents, symbolizing the global reach of liberty. To construct the final version, all parts were first made in plaster, and wooden slats were molded around the models to shape the copper plates. Each plate was then hammered and reinforced internally with iron strips, a process repeated 350 times to form the statue's outer structure. However, without a support frame, the statue would collapse under its own weight. That's where Gustave Eiffel came in, the French engineer who later designed the Eiffel Tower. He designed the iron backbone of the statue, which holds everything together, allowing the structure to flex slightly in strong winds. The statue's construction took about 10 years, with the head and torch displayed separately in museums in France and New York to raise funds. Once completed, the 350 copper plates were disassembled and transported to New York in 214 crates. Workers took 4 months to reassemble everything atop the pedestal. The internal iron framework can be seen through a glass ceiling in the pedestal, and visitors can climb to the top via a 192-step staircase to the observation deck or take the elevator. Further up, there is a double spiral staircase that leads to the crown, where visitors can enjoy a spectacular view of New York Harbor through 25 small windows, symbolizing the jewels of the planet. In the past, it was allowed to visit the torch, but due to water damage, it was replaced in 1986, and the original is now on display in a museum on the island. Although it's commonly said that the Statue of Liberty was a gift from the people of France to the United States to commemorate the centennial of independence, funding came from both sides of the Atlantic, and the sculptor, Frederick Bartholdi, was originally inspired to build the statue in Egypt. Interestingly, Thomas Edison once had plans to install a giant phonograph inside the statue so it could speak, but fortunately that never happened, avoiding a spectacle that could have been quite frightening. Did you like the content? So, click on the first link in the description and watch all the videos in our playlist, Secret Stories Behind Famous Monuments. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss the next videos.